Welcome to Art for Everyone! Today we're going to learn about artist Gustav Klimt, and then make your own Klimt-inspired art. Gustav Klimt, born July 14, 1862, died February 6, 1918. He was an Austrian artist noted for his paintings, murals, sketches, and other objets d'art. Gustav was born in 1862 to his parents, Anna and Ernst Klimt, in Baumgarten, Vienna, Hungary. His father was a gold engraver. He had 2 brothers and 4 sisters. All 3 sons displayed artistic talent. Gustav attended what is now known as the University of Applied Arts, Vienna, from 1876 to 1883. He studied architectural painting. Gustav partnered with his brother Ernst and their friend Franz Macht to form a team they called the Company of Artists. They worked on commissions and also helped their teacher paint murals in Vienna. Klimt began his professional career painting interior murals and ceilings in large public buildings on the Ringstrasse, including a successful series of allegories and emblems. This painting of the auditorium of the Old Burg Theater was commissioned by the Vienna City Council to record the historical significance of the Burg Theater. Gustav's business partner, Franz Macht, was also commissioned to do a painting. Franz's painting was a view of the stage from the auditorium seating. Gustav's painting was of the auditorium from the stage. This allowed viewers to see the grand architecture of the theater. When word of Gustav's painting reached the public, many commissioned Gustav to have their portrait added to the audience. A who's who of Vienna at the time, over 150 individuals, including the Prime Minister of Austria, Vienna's mayor, and Johannes Brahms, can be found in the painting. In 1888, Klimt received the Golden Order of Merit from Emperor Franz Joseph I of Austria for his contributions to murals painted in the Burg Theater in Vienna. In 1892, Gustav's father and brother Ernst died. Gustav took on the financial responsibility of caring for both families. The deaths also affected his artistic style, moving him towards something more personal. Klimt became one of the founding members and president of the Wiener Secession, or Vienna Secession, in 1897. The group aimed to provide exhibitions for unconventional young artists, to bring the works of the best foreign artists to Vienna, and to publish its own magazine to showcase the work of members. The secessionist symbol was Pallas Athena, the Greek goddess of just causes, wisdom, and the arts. Gustav painted his own version of Athena that some viewed as radical. Notice the owl, a symbol of wisdom, and the goddess Nike, who stands for victory. What else can you see? During his golden phase, Klimt's art pieces used gold leaf. He traveled to Venice and Ravenna, Italy, where the beautiful mosaics certainly inspired his artwork. Perhaps his best-known piece from this phase is The Kiss. Gustav lived a simple life at home. He preferred to wear a long robe and sandals. He simply wanted to spend his days making art. His success allowed him to be selective about the commissions he chose. In 1911, Gustav's painting, Death and Life, won first prize in the World Exhibitions in Rome. Gustav Klimt died on February 6, 1918, after suffering a stroke and pneumonia. He left many works unfinished. The Kiss depicts a couple embracing each other. It's oil on canvas with added gold leaf, silver, and platinum. This is Klimt's most famous work. Reproductions are widely available today in the form of posters and postcards. Gustav Klimt painted the Tree of Life, which is an important symbol in nearly every culture. The Tree of Life represents wisdom, protection, strength, and beauty. It reaches up into the sky and down into the earth. It links heaven, earth, and the underworld. The swirled branches make people want to keep looking at the painting to explore and find more. Even with the mixed-up patterns and swirly branches, we will still always recognize it as the Tree of Life. Before we get started, you want to gather your supplies. You can pause the video here. Included in the supply packets are 12 by 18 piece of heavy white paper, tissue paper squares in warm colors, black paint, white paint, brown paint, and glue. You will need to provide a paintbrush for paint, a paintbrush for glue, and water containers with water. So the first thing you want to do is grab your glue, which you'll be using your separate paintbrush, and you want to add a little bit of water to that glue. This will thin it out and make it easier to spread on your paper. So mix it with the paintbrush. And you're going to spread a thin layer of the glue on your paper. You don't have to coat the entire paper. You can start with just a section. Then take your tissue paper squares and you're going to lay it down one at a time on the paper. And each time you put a piece of paper down, you're going to coat it with the glue. The tissue paper that comes in the packet might be stuck together, so make sure you're getting one single sheet of tissue paper. If you get more than one, it's okay. You're going to take that paper and cover most of your white sheet of paper. If the tissue paper gets wrinkled, that's okay. Just adds texture to your piece. As you're using your tissue paper, you might decide that you want to rip it or cut it into smaller pieces, and that's totally up to you. I decided to do that with some of the red, just to spread it out and make it a little less bold. Once you're satisfied with how the tissue paper looks on your white sheet, you're going to set aside the whole thing to dry. Okay, now that your sheet is dried, you're ready for paint. You're going to start with a clean paintbrush and the black paint that's included in your kit. Begin your painting by drawing a black Y, essentially. So you're going to start with the trunk of the tree. And then a branch on the right. And a branch on the left. And everybody's tree will look different, and that's the way it should be. Again, this is about the process and not the product. Once you have your Y, you're ready to add some swirls. You can add as many swirls as you'd like. I'm going to start with one on the right side of the branch. You might want to add a little bit of water to your paint to thin it out. Your swirls can go in any direction. It's up to you. Just make sure that you have them on both sides of your tree branches. And you're going to fill out the entire top of the tree with swirls. Now that you've finished the top of the tree, you're ready to start on the bottom. So you're going to add roots to the bottom of your tree. Again, using a bit of a Y shape, an upside down Y shape. And once you get those main roots, again, you're going to embellish with swirls. Add as many as you'd like. Whatever you think is going to look good. Once your roots and the top of the tree are done, you might want to wait for the paint to dry. And then you're ready to add some visual interest with the brown paint and the white paint. You can do this in any way you'd like. I chose to go with dots and straight lines. But again, it's totally up to you as the artist to decide how you want to add that visual interest. So take your time with it. Use the brown and the white paint. You might even decide that you want to use other colors, and that's up to you. Once you're satisfied with your piece, set it aside to dry. Thanks for watching. We'd love to see your tree of life. You can share it to our social media or email it to Miss Megan. I'll provide links in the description.